Hello everyone, my name is Sheila Willis and I wanted to introduce you to the Travel-ING On Tourism Cooperative. Now this offers unique opportunities in marketing both tourism and heritage, and it all starts with our business plan. So we are a cooperative, which is an organization that is owned by its members that shares similar economic, cultural, or social needs. And in our case, we were federally incorporated in June of 2024, and our purpose is to promote travel, especially in rural Alberta, but also to share the stories of Alberta's heritage, history, and culture. So membership to our cooperative is open to any individual, business, or other entity who is interested in or is a stakeholder in either the heritage or tourism industries. And the cost for a lifetime membership is $25. So another real cool part of a cooperative is that every member has a right to vote. So as decisions come up in this business model, both the operators and those stakeholders in the tourism or heritage industry, as well as the travelers themselves, can vote how the business progresses. It's really bringing people together. So as a newly formed cooperative, our business model was created by its founding members, and we have 18 months to hold our first AGM. So essentially late summer, early fall 2025, various aspects of the business and financials will be put in front of our members so they can choose how they'd like us to proceed. Our first marketing tool will be a searchable map-based app, formerly known as History Check. Now, this app has already won numerous awards and has been mentioned many times. An example of some of those awards are both the Outstanding Achievement in Heritage Awareness as well as the Marketing Award in Growing Rural Tourism. Both of those are provincial awards, but the app was also shortlisted for a Governor General's Award in Community Programming. Now, the app received those awards because of its comprehensive amount of information in a real easy-to-use format, and I'm going to walk you through that. So starting on the left, it's circled in red, is both the place name, or where is the traveler visiting, or what are they learning about. It also includes what community it's next to. But the GPS coordinates are in there, and right off the get-go, they kind of seem a little bit mundane, but we enter them manually. And if you've ever done an online map search, you may have found businesses that are in rivers and other things. We can place those right in the doorway of the business. We could put them in a driveway in the case of a farm tour so people know where they're supposed to turn off. Or if you've got a hiking tour or a jet boat tour, we can put them at the meetup place. So there's a lot of versatility that makes it very easy for travelers to find what it is they're looking for just based on our GPS coordinates. Now in the middle is a photo gallery. Pretty simple. There's 3 photos available and you can access them by touching that main photo. And on the right, the user is seeing the top 3 lines of the up to 1,000-word description of the place or the heritage site or story. But included in that can be phone numbers, emails, or primary links, so they can access those, dial a phone number right from that screen. So next, on the left-hand side of the screen, you'll see the logo. Now that is a direct link to either a website or a web page, whatever the primary link for that organization or business is. Now in the middle, there's an area circled that I call the For More Information page. This is where we really eliminate online searches. Not only can we add the website and social media pages of the place being advertised, but we can also add them for local municipal governments, tourism organizations, and even community calendars. Anything that app user may need to know or wants easy access to for that region. So now you've seen a point of interest. How does the user find them? Well, the app will open on a Near Me menu. So essentially everything within a certain distance of their location will show up on the screen. They can also choose to see a community menu, which is based on information that's flagged with that community name. And as you can see on the menu, they can choose from different categories to refine their search, or they can choose all services, and they're going to end up with a map similar to the one on the left. Now, the real powerhouse of this app is the search function that's driven by keyword searches. So here I've done two examples, one of museums and one of big icons, and you can see that all of those locations show up as well as the user's location, the little green guy in the middle. By the way, that green guy will turn into various avatars that the user can select. Now here's a few more examples using the keyword. Any unique identifier can be put in as a keyword search. So for walking tours or regional tours, by using a unique identifier, you can market that to customers and essentially create any map that you want to. That is a real powerhouse. It opens up all sorts of opportunities to connect travelers with businesses or regions. Here's a few written examples of keywords. So as an example, let's use events. I could add as a keyword annual events. I could isolate that down to musical events, or by adding the month, I could find August events. Now, if I'm a traveler that's craving a piece of cheesecake, any business that's add cheesecake as a keyword, I'll be able to find them and how close they are to me just by searching that. That is a powerhouse for both travelers and for marketing specific goods, services, and attractions within Alberta. We've also incorporated ways for the users to share their experience. So if you look in the left-hand middle, there's a little arrow circled. That's a slide-out menu that allows them to share both the app and the place they're visiting on their social media channels. And of course, in the bottom, they can add selfies or comments and share their experience that way with other app users. So now that you've seen our first marketing tool, let's look at how our business is organized. Basically, we need to keep our members' priorities in order, also be self-sufficient, and give back to the community in a socially responsible way. So our first priority is to get that app reloaded as the Travel-ING On app and under the accounts of the Travel-ING On Tourism Cooperative. So in order to do that, we're going to need 100 paid advertising members, and that really will get us going and ready for the summer 2025 season. Now, even as the app is being reworked and reloaded, we're still going to be gathering memberships and advertising members. And as those funds increase, we're going to be gaining that team that does all the necessary tasks to get us ready for next year, next summer. Now, we have a lot of goals for this project. One of them is to go across Canada with an app for every province or chapter. And then eventually to go internationally. Now, every one of those additions brings more focus on the app, and it becomes perhaps the go-to place for travelers across the world. Within the app structure itself, we want to add automation for our members so that they can add or edit their own sites. In terms of keeping travelers up to date on current events at particular places, this is really, I think, a key. App users themselves will have their own heritage stories or community stories within the province. So we want them to be able to share them with us. And of course, there would be a review process for them because we need to protect the integrity of the data. But also, another feature, and other apps have done it, so we want to add it to this one, is having the ability to have audio. So for instance, if I was approaching a fur trade location, then the app would notify me, my phone would bing, and it would say, you're nearing this location. Do you want to hear the story, or would you like directions to get there? And another feature of the app is we want our app users to be able to create their own itineraries. So they could choose which sites they wanted to see, follow their own little personal map, but at any point during that experience, they could hit the Near Me menu and see what other sites are around them. So let's talk the fees. A lifetime membership fee is $25, and it's exactly what it says. It's a one-time fee. Now, right at the moment, there are currently not really many benefits with it, but as that app gets reloaded, we want to ask our advertising members to offer exclusive discounts and specials to those lifetime members. So essentially, connecting customers with businesses. Now, for the site listing that I showed you earlier, Our annual advertising fee is $250. In addition to the site listing, you're going to get 10 keywords. That's very inexpensive advertising. And it gets better. For those with multiple locations, this could be anyone from a corporation with multiple locations to a municipality or First Nation, even a Lions Club with their campgrounds and walking trails. Anyone with multiple places that they want travelers to come to are getting a deep discount. Now, I'm going to use 11 site listings as an example. So you would purchase your $25 lifetime membership. Your first site listing is $250. The next 10 are $50 a piece, making that $500. So for $775, you're getting a year of advertising for your sites. Now, there are pros and cons to this. As a lead organization that's buying the membership, that organization is entitled to the vote as well as the dividends. In a cooperative, depending on the success of the business, those that are purchasing products from them, in our case, advertising services on the app to start, those are the members that are entitled to any patronage dividend that is available at the end of the year. And how that dividend is distributed is based on a member's vote. Another aspect of a cooperative is that they're supposed to create a business plan which gives back to the community in which it operates. And I think our founding members have found a really great way to do this. And that was the establishment of both a Members Assistance Fund and a Project Assistance Fund. Now, in the Members Fund, essentially those nonprofits that or others that may have really limited budgets and can't afford that $250 annual advertising fee, they can apply for up to $200 assistance towards that fee with no repercussions on their dividend. They'll still get an equal dividend. And for the Project Assistance Fund, this will take a couple of years to roll out and finesse, but essentially it's a fund that is put in place to assist people with the projects that meet the goals of the cooperative. Now, the monies for these two funds comes directly out of our fees. So you'll notice on the left, the lifetime membership fee of $25 is broken down as $20 to business operations, $2 to each of those funds, and then also $1 for app purchase. So when the founding members of the Travel-ING On Tourism Cooperative bought the History Check app, they did so on an on-fee basis. So there was no outlay of cash, and the co-op did not start their whole business structure in debt. Now, out of the advertising fee, $200 goes into business operations, $15 goes to a Members Assistance Fund, a minimum of $5 goes into the Project Assistance Fund, so that if there is surplus or profit at the end of the year, members can vote to add more money into that fund if they choose to, and $30 goes to the app purchase. Now, you'll notice at the bottom that our preliminary budget was based on 3,000 advertising members a year for that $250. Now, with that budget, with all of our static charges, plus bringing on a team of people to fully operate this app and market it as it should be, there's still room in that budget for a profit at the end of the year, which opens up the opportunity for dividends. Now, our ask today is that you become an advertising member for at least that first site listing. You may have 5 site listings, you may have 100. But if you choose a minimum number of additional sites, that will give you time to get them all together and reloaded before the spring launch, getting ready for the marketing season of 2025. Now, the beauty of this is your annual advertising year does not start until the app is reloaded. So if you purchase those sites now, it gives us the funds to get the app reloaded in the way we want it to, but it also gives you time to get the sites together and looking like how you want them to look before that season comes about. So I really encourage you to take part in this now because it's a win-win for everybody. So thank you for taking the time to watch the presentation. You can call or text me with any questions you have at the number shown on the screen, and you can do that anytime. Pick up the phone. I don't need an appointment to do so to answer your call. Or you could email us at the email shown there. But also, we have more in-depth details of our business plan and other aspects of the project on our website at ingon.ca. So again, thank you, and I hope you all have an excellent day.